What's up? We're the Vegas Benchwarmers. I'm Eric, he hate me 702. This is
Geremy with a G.
And right now we're gonna do our hometown teams, episode 3.
Is it 3?
It is 3. Yeah. We originally said this was gonna take place every couple weeks, but with the Aces and the Knights being in the playoffs, we've got to do this on a weekly basis. There's too much content and too much stuff to talk about.
There's a lot going on.
A lot of stuff going on. So first we're going to start off with the Aces because the Aces actually just played last night. So did the Knights. Aces have won their last 2 games. They barely beat Dallas. That was, oh my God, was
that the one where they almost lost it in like the last minute?
That was the one where they tried to give the game away. Like, I'm not even joking. I have no other way how to say it. Like, have you ever played, like, I play 2K, Madden, and you're whooping somebody's ass so bad that you feel bad? And you just stop playing hard? That's what I think happened with them. They were up 66-49 in the third quarter with 6 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And won 96-92. They, at one point in time, I think in the fourth quarter, they were up by 8 with like 2 minutes left to go. And they were at one point in time only up by 2 after that. We only made 2 3-pointers. All of them came in the last 83 seconds of the game. So we went from a 17-point lead to fighting for our life. What really helped us was the free throws. We went 32 for 37. And AJ Wilson went 12 from 12 for the line. A lot of that has to do with in the last 80 seconds, last 90 seconds, they're fouling a lot to slow down the clock. When we're pulling ahead, they're fouling to slow down the clock. But AJ Wilson went 12 for 12 from the free throw line. Normal stats, AJ put on, Angel McCourty put on, Hamby put on. I want to say Caleb McBride put on too. I don't actually have the stats up in front of me, but yeah, they did really, really good. Then the Aces played the Liberty yesterday. Yeah. They did the complete opposite of what they did in the first game. So the first game, they were whooping that butt, and they came down to a close one. The second game, it was tied, if I'm not mistaken, going into the third quarter, at the end of the third quarter, and then we went on a 24-7 run. Like, to end the game and won 80-63. I do got to shout it out for, I can't remember the girl's name, Amanda. I'm not going to mess up your last name. She had 21 rebounds for the Liberty.
I'm not.
She had 21 rebounds for the Liberty. But of course, Asia Wilson put out like always. Asia had 20 and 7. Caleb McBride had 10 and 3. Again, Hamby off the bench with 17 and 10. I think she was off the bench. She might not have been off the bench. Asia might have started. I didn't see the beginning of the game because I thought the game was later. And I didn't catch it till like halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah.
So right now we also clinched the playoffs. We're already in the playoffs, second seed. Right now we're the second seed. We're tied with Seattle Storm for 12 and 3, and we're in a playoff berth. So we need to at least keep that second seed, so we don't have to play to the semifinals. I don't stop saying conference semifinals. We don't have to play to the championship semifinals because the first and second seed get a bye the first 2 rounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all the way to the semifinals. So and then they just have to win 3 games to get in. So
what's the best of 5?
Yeah, best of 5. Yeah, best of 5 for the semifinals and the finals. In WNBA, their playoffs are kind of cool. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool. Single game eliminations, first 2 rounds. 3 and 5 games, second 2 rounds. Yeah, 1 and 2 get a bye to the semifinals. 3 and 4 get a bye to the second round. 8 teams go out.
So
of the
their
12.
entire playoff is best of 5?
No, just the last 2 rounds.
Oh, okay.
First 2 rounds are single elimination. 1 game. Nut up or shut up.
What's the second round?
1 game.
1 game?
Nut up or shut up.
I like it.
Yeah. So
don't drag on forever.
No, it don't, and it makes for very, very exciting games.
Yeah, because it should, as they're only playing 1 game.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's not like in the NHL where it's
7 games or
7 series.
Yeah, same thing with the NBA.
If everything goes to 7, it's like
7 weeks later.
Here we're 5 years later, and we're finally going to get a Stanley Cup winner.
5 years later. Snyder, like, you know, the SpongeBob thing. Look, when I start making references, I gotta tell you, because I'm watching this doing editing, I'm like, people don't understand what the hell I be doing. They just think I look stupid. So, of course, the Seattle game and the Aces game was postponed due to the horrendous shooting of Jacob Blake. My shirt, just let y'all know.
Oh, I didn't even notice you were wearing it.
Yep, my shirt. We both protested back in May. We went out to protest.
My fat ass got out there.
7 miles.
I thought I was gonna die.
7 miles. We went out and we protested here in Vegas. So being a black man that lives in the United States, I am 100% behind everything that players do. I love the WNBA. I don't think they get enough coverage on what they do. The Jacob Blake shirt was amazing.
I'm 100% behind the players.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say anything about the WNBA because
you're not watching it.
They're pretty much the voice of the all the social justice
voice of it.
issues.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
But as far as other teams in other sports, they're just starting their social justice
awareness.
What do you call them? Like boards or what?
Their board of governor.
Something like that.
They were coming up with board meetings and governors.
But I can't say anything about the WNBA because some of their players have actually not just voiced their concerns, but they've actually gone out and actually done something.
Yes, Maya Moore sitting out to get that man free.
It's what I'd like to see from the other
I would love
sports.
to see that.
I'd love to see them not just like the NBA with their whole protest in the bubble.
Sitting out the games, yeah.
It's all great and wonderful, but what are they going to do after they leave the bubble?
Speaking of that, they actually came up with 3 things for the NBA for them to actually continue going on.
I know they did something with the owners.
Yep, they had the meeting and they basically said if the owners, they need to do more than just pledge money. They need to form committees with players, coaches, governors, and owners so that way they can affect the laws. They need to... I don't remember all 3.
I like that and all, but I'd like to see the players actually get out in the communities and do something.
Well, but in that aspect, they do.
Instead of just using their voice when the camera's on them.
Yeah, true.
Like get out into the communities and...
So a lot of them are protesting. Like the NBA has one of the NFL is amazing in the community too. But the NBA is very, very good with their community work and the way they do it. Like you saw tons of players on the protest.
Well, I know James has that.
The James I Promise School.
Yeah.
And a lot of them.
But you've got all these athletes who, I'm not taking anything away from them because they have a lot larger platform than we do.
Yes, way larger.
There's not much change we can affect. We can only affect personal change.
Yeah.
Between you and I, or between me, you, and
the
all
subscribers
of our
that we share. Yeah.
But the athletes that voice their support for a movement on camera, but then once they're not on camera, they don't do anything.
You're basically trying to say that you want to see that everything is followed through with.
Right.
You don't want to see it where it's just in the bubble. He's not saying that they don't. Yeah.
I'm not saying let's put it all on camera and everything, but I'd like to, to hear more stories of all these athletes out in the community.
Like I said, he's not saying that they don't do it. He's not saying that.
It's just you don't hear about it.
He wants except for during these moments.
Are they doing anything other than talking? Like during this time?
Gotcha.
Like what are they doing? What are they doing after they leave the bubble?
Okay. That's more what you're focused on. You love the message that they're saying.
Absolutely.
But you want to make sure that once the playoffs are over, once they're out of their bubble and they're off TV and it's per se the off season, that they're going to continue doing this.
Right. They're not just going to be a voice on camera.
And again, he's not talking about the WNBA because as he said, he already knows what's happening. He's talking about the NBA, the NHL, the MLB, the NFL.
And it's just, if they don't get out into the communities and do stuff and, sit down with
politicians and lawmakers.
Fuck the unions. I fucking hate unions.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what union it is. It could be the police union, the culinary union, fucking any union. I just can't stand them.
Okay.
Because they don't look out for anything other than themselves.
I got what you're saying.
But I just like to see more action.
I
don't know what word I'm looking for. I'm looking for some word.
I think you want to see more follow through.
Yeah.
I think that's what you like what you're seeing, but you want to make sure that once...
Because I'm not trying to have this same conversation 4, 5, 6 months down the road.
So, on that note...
Because all we did was talk about it on camera.
I get what you're saying. Wakanda forever.
I told you we were going to go off.
Yeah, rest in peace, Chadwick. Thank you, buddy. You mean so much to me. As a black man watching this happen, I am 100% just joyful with what happened. It takes, in my opinion, and look, I grew up when Michael Jordan wouldn't do this. Michael Jordan is doing it now. And he was on the call saying that, hey, I'm not here as an owner or former basketball player, I'm here as a black man. But if you watch The Last Dance, there was a time when Michael Jordan would not support the first black governor. I think it was in North Carolina. I'm not 100%, but it was a politician that was one of the first black, and he would not support him because he said they don't help my bank account. At that time, and at this time now, you have to decide what are you going to do sometimes. Or sometimes you're going to put yourself out there, no matter what you are, but knowing that this is going to get a lot of backlash and a lot of downfall. Like just coming up talking about this on camera and expressing my thoughts on it is kind of like, I've been thinking about it all week because we have a very small platform that we've put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it, and unfortunately there are a lot of people that don't agree with us.
Well, it's like you never see me talk about anything.
No. Go to his Facebook. And you'll see Geremy.
I woke up on the wrong side of the bed the last couple of days.
Go to his Facebook and you'll see like being two different people from two different backgrounds. Like we've talked about this off camera, and
we've had many conversations that lasted hours
about this. I never thought that in my lifetime there would be so many powerful black people that had money that would want to do this. You saw the Jim Browns, you saw the Martin Luther Kings, you saw the Malcolm X's, you saw tons of the people doing it. But at the same time, now we had a league that said, fuck you, we're not playing.
That's where I think, in
the middle of the playoffs.
In order to affect real change, these athletes with these huge platforms,
gotta affect
this money that they can make some sort of change. I feel like they've got to do more than just speak about it when the camera's on them.
This is the way I'm going to tell you that we affect change, and this is why I'm so happy about it. Because how did the Washington football team change their name? Dan Snyder got his pocketbook fucked with.
Oh yeah.
When you fuck with owners, when you fuck with rich white men's pocketbooks, and I'm saying this because most of the owners in all of sports are rich white men. Not all of them, but most of them.
Majority.
When you fuck with their pocketbook, they're okay for change. They see it. Anybody that sits here and comes down in the comments and says bullshit about Jacob Blake and him being
Don't do it. Don't do it. I will fight somebody.
Him being a criminal. Look, listen. We're not saying he's innocent. What we're saying is that...
Arrest the man and give him his day in court just like everybody else.
90% of the time, I'm going to have a different interaction with the cop than you are. Based off of my skin color. Which I can't change. There's nothing I can do to hide it.
I can agree with that, but I probably have I probably have similar because I have a big mouth.
Exactly. but there's nothing I can do to change it.
Right.
I am who I am. I'm black. Everybody can see that. So I want to thank the WNBA, Las Vegas Aces, the NBA, Major League Baseball, and the NHL. Look. Our Golden Knights, Ryan Reeves is an African American. Fuck that. He's a black man in NHL, which is predominantly a white sport. Even if they're European or Canadian, the owners are still white.
What I liked about that was all the white players in the NHL reached out to Ryan Reeves. Ryan Reeves woke up to text messages from players from Vancouver.
From other teams saying, we want to help.
I forget the other team.
But we want to help. We were behind you.
Yeah. And
again... It's very hard to do that in a country that I don't think people still understand. It's like 74% of this country is still white. No matter what change we want, we can't help without people like Geremy, people like the NHL players, the NBA owners, Adam Silver, the WNBA, Major League Baseball, NASCAR. You sitting there watching this video.
People with a large platform that...
Even if you don't. The person that is sitting, a subscriber right now that's watching this, 74% of the country is white. We can't do it without your help. If you decide not to help and be silent, you're part of the problem just as well. Thank you very much, and we're going to get on to the Golden Knights.
So we have enough time left.
We got enough time. Golden Knights. It's going to be a long video.
So
again, if you don't like anything that we say,
you know where you can go. You know exactly where you can go.
Back to the Knights.
So the Knights played last night.
They did, and they put an ass whooping.
And I was surprised to see Leonard in the goal after game 2.
Buddy, from what I heard, a lot of fans were kind of.
A lot of fans were upset with it.
A lot of fans were upset with that. Yes.
I really don't care who they put in the goal as long as we win.
Win. That's what
we have. I'm gonna get heat for it, but we have 2 of the best goalies in the NHL.
2 of them, yes.
So, I mean, there's a lot of people upset that Fleury wasn't in the goal because he hasn't lost to Vancouver in so long.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, what do you do when you have 2 of the best goalies in the NHL right now?
You play to win the game.
Sometimes you make the right choice and sometimes you don't. It's the way of the game.
You play to win the game. Herm Edwards. Look it up. I gotta let y'all know. That's what you do, and that means if you need to put Leonard in the motherfucking net, you put Leonard in the motherfucking net.
But either
if you
way,
need to put Fleury, you got him in your back pocket as the Joker. Bitch, domino.
But I mean, it's sometimes whatever.
The coach.
He'll make the right decision. Sometimes he won't make the right decision. We saw it in game 2.
Exactly, but you know what?
We saw it in game 2 when he refused to pull Leonard out of the net and put Fleury in.
I just want to know. Because I don't really watch hockey, so I'm still a little new. I'm watching some of the games, but how the fuck do you whoop ass game 1? Get your ass whooped game 2.
Well, they didn't get their ass whooped in game 2. They got beat.
What was it? I thought it was 4-1.
No, it wasn't 4-1. It was like 5-3.
Okay, can y'all just give me? Can you just give me a series? I hate when I'm.
So just go out. Just go back. I clicked the wrong one.
That was postponed.
Where's all the games?
Good buddy, I got it.
Bro.
Bro, we're gonna have to edit this part of the video. God damn it.
It's all good.
It's all good. Trying to see the score because I don't. They take a 2-1 series lead. Canucks trade stronger periods with no goals in a win. Can you give me the? It is scores.
It was 5-2.
5-2. Okay. Pause. Because we're gonna have to edit along with that shit out. Okay. So pull that up again now. You gotta pull that up again.
It's 5-2.
So the Canucks. So again, Canucks got their ass with game 1. Game 2, they beat the shit out of the Knights. Now I know doesn't look like an ass whooping because it's 5-2. But in hockey, when you don't score many goals, to me that's like a 35-14 game in the NFL. An 88-68 game like you could win, but
they couldn't get the shutout.
Nobody gives a fuck about a shutout. You still get your ass whooped by 3 goals.
And the NHL shutout's extremely important.
The next game, we beat their ass.
Yeah, 3-0.
So I mean, what the fuck? Like,
so I think it's gonna go 6 or 7 games.
Okay.
Easy.
But you got us winning, right?
I have us winning.
Ooh, that was hesitant. That was a little hesitant there.
If our defense shows up.
Yeah. Okay. Look.
Game 2, I can put it on Leonard, but I also have to put it on the defense because the defense didn't show up for shit in game 2.
Gotcha.
The defense let the Canucks free shots at the net.
As a goalie, you have one job.
It doesn't matter.
Your one job is to do what? To not let the puck go in the net. So if you give up 5 fucking goals, If you would have gave up 3 less goals, you would have had a chance to win. Like,
you can't do that when your defense lets people right at you without covering.
You can. It's
no,
not,
you can't.
It's not like basketball or the NFL where there's nobody in the net.
No, it's a lot harder. You're trying to catch a puck this fucking big.
Your last line of defense is your goalie. Their job is, if they get beat, to stop the fucking puck.
No.
Like, I saw on Twitter and everything, it's like, it's not all Leonard's fault. You're right, it's not. I'm not blaming the whole game on Leonard. But the defense was extremely bad, which includes the goalie. And the goalie gave up 5 fucking goals.
I almost don't even want to put any of it on Leonard.
Well, we'll have to agree to disagree on that.
We can do that.
Because I didn't watch the game, so I don't follow
Because
what I say.
He's going based off of salty fans on Twitter.
I'm going based off of controversy that I had seen and what I had researched, but I didn't actually watch the game.
Without the whole story.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, so he watched it, so believe what he said more than what I said. Except for the job of the goalie is to stop the damn puck.
Obviously,
we're going to the damn Raiders now. We're going to the fucking gut. Raiders.
So I mean, there's been a little movement with the Raiders.
Really, what's been going on?
So I think it was the 24th. Bro, we've signed so many fucking defensive ends right now. It's retarded.
How many defensive ends?
I don't get it. I don't get what. Wait,
hold on, stop. We gotta rewind that. We gotta rewind that. Say that again, but don't use a retarded word. Don't use that word.
Stupid.
Thank you. Okay, so.
Fucking stupid.
All right, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. Next question.
Soft.
So
we just on the 24th we signed defensive end Chris Smith and waived / injured designation Nick Usher.
Do you guys still got Nathan Peterman?
Yeah, he's still 3rd string.
Okay.
I think he's going to the practice squad again.
I understand.
But they brought in 2 other quarterbacks though.
So they got Mariota, they got Derek
So they have
Carr.
Carr, Mariota, and Peterman. But they brought in 2 other quarterbacks for tryouts.
Who they bring in?
Shermer's son.
Okay, I saw that. Yeah.
I forget the other guy's name.
Okay.
But then on the 25th, we signed another defensive end, Sharif Finch.
Okay.
And we waived a defensive end, Ade Aruna.
All right. Wait, did y'all sign his
Say
name?
that name.
Ade Aruna? Okay, Ade Aruna. Sounds like a singer, but let's get next.
And then the same day, we moved a defensive end, Nick Usher, to the IR.
So and then what?
Well, so on the 24th, we waived him
Uh-huh.
with the injury designations, but he cleared waivers.
So you moved
So
back
he
IR.
automatically came back to the IR.
Got you.
And then what was it, yesterday? What's today, the 30th?
Yeah.
So yeah, yesterday we traded for linebacker Raekwon McMillan
Okay.
from the Dolphins. I think Dolphins, wasn't it? Yeah.
What'd you give up for him? A 4th?
We gave a 4th round pick,
It's not bad.
but we got Raekwon and a 5th round.
So you know what's funny? If you would have just added a 2nd round onto that, you could have got Yannick.
No. We don't need any more defensive ends for Christ's sake.
I'm just saying.
Like, I mean, I think we got like 30 defensive ends right now.
You could have gotten Yannick,
Yeah.
Nagoku,
Ngakwe.
Damn it! I was practicing that this morning too. After he got traded. By the way, Geremy was right. He got traded for 2 picks. Geremy literally said a 2nd round and like a later pick. He was 100%
2nd
right.
round or 4th to 5th?
Yeah, I was
think it
completely wrong. I said 4 picks. But I'm just saying, y'all could have added a 2nd round on top of that and got
We don't
Yannick.
need another defensive end.
Well, y'all need.
We got salt and pepper. We got salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Max Crosby and Cleveland Furrow. That's what they call themselves.
They
literally call themselves.
shit. Okay.
You didn't see it last year?
No, I didn't see that shit last year. I had to clown the fuck out of
They
it.
said the NFL needs some salt and pepper
Oh
over
my
here.
god. Oh my god. Anything else that happened? Oh, the Raiders. They got to see the stadium again, didn't they?
Yeah, so they practiced there yesterday.
Again, yeah, and it was.
Oh, it's great. I can't wait till we can go in the stadium.
I can't either.
I'm working on getting a tour for us in the stadium and
The practice facility. We're working on that.
But Coach Rudin actually gave the team off yesterday and half of today to research what's going on in the world.
Of course.
And when they come back, they're going to put a game plan together to
help in Vegas.
Actually do something to affect change.
Again, all we want is
so I kind of like that, seeing that come from the Raiders, because you know the Raiders.
I love it.
The Raiders have set. I hate to say it because he's gonna hate me for it, but I think the Raiders have set the standard in the NFL as far as equality.
Just wait till our Raiders and Chiefs rivalry
with hiring the first female CEO.
Oh, I see what you're saying there. I get what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Minority coaches.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. They've had a lot of minority front office players and coaches.
So I was glad to see. I'm hoping that it came from Mark Davis.
Probably came from John Gruden.
But we
nothing against Mark Davis. It's just John Gruden's around players. He has people he has to look.
So I was glad to see that come from the Raiders, that they're gonna come back at some point today. It may have been, maybe now.
Yeah.
They were off for half the day today and all day yesterday to really research what's going on and come up with a plan to help in the community and help, get people registered to vote. And they're talking about using this.
Vote.
They're talking about using the stadium as a
voting poll. That's what else came out of the NBA. They wanted all of the owners to turn the stadiums into voting places. Mm-hmm. Look, so on that note, I appreciate what the Raiders are doing. We just want to be treated fairly. We don't want to get pulled over and have a chance of dying.
Don't be a fucking dick.
And if you would just shut the fuck up and listen to our stories, you would understand.
Well, we can't tell them to shut the fuck up.
Y'all would just listen to our stories. You would understand we all have these stories. Maybe we didn't get shot.
We all didn't come from the same backgrounds, but we can all understand where each other's coming from.
Thank you. And again, no, all lives cannot matter until Black Lives Matter. And with that, take us home.
Put me in, Coach.
Peace.